Hello everyone. It's Jojo Crosses. We are here on Stitched, that 20-acre island I've been working on. And thank you, Balloon. Little balloon injection there. And Bo. Oh, Bo. You just rolled my die. I didn't give you permission to do that, buddy. Why are you touching my stuff? That is too funny. Okay, well, you saw it first, people. You saw it first. I didn't do that. It was on a 1. Maybe I'll pick it up and put it back down just so we start at the 1 like we normally do. There we go. All right. Well, today we are working on this acre that I'm standing in front of. As you can see on my handy dandy grid here, it's the very far right corner over here. And the requirements for this corner, number 20 over there, is it's camping theme, which is why I placed the tent over there and why I placed the museum, because I knew that was already where it was going to be. And I have to have a river, and I also have to have no DIYs, which that's going to be a little bit rough, because I know there's a lot of camping things that are not DIYs, but there's also things I really would have liked to have used that are. So we're gonna probably be struggling with that a little bit. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and see what we have to do as far as our cliff requirements are concerned, because that I am a little concerned about. I don't want to have to do too many on that one. Okay, we got a 4. Let's see what Carraleigh is torturing me with today. Oh, it's flat. Yay. Okay, I'm happy camper. Dice roll up at the top right. 1 to 4 is flat, so 1 or 4 I should say. Awesome. Okay, that couldn't have worked out better for me actually, because I wasn't counting on putting in a river and putting in a bunch of mountainous hills here. So the thing I need to get organized on is my river mouth is over here. Let me look at my grid again and just see what's coming up. So above me, which is where I'm going next, is, oh, it's my city core. That's going to be a little bit challenging. Never done city core. Okay. That one I probably will not have any water pathing in. Resident services is to the left of that, but resident services is actually in the way of where any water might flow. But yeah, my river mouth is up here. So if I make a river through this little acre, it's really not going to have like a very good starting point, I would say. I could possibly see if I can work it through the jungly area in resident services, but it's already going to be so small. So let me see what I can do here on that. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge getting this to work. I shouldn't have done this. I should have just done themes. I don't know what I was thinking, giving myself all this work. Let's see. Yeah, because see... I mean, unless I have like a little bit of the river just running along the side of the city over here and then kind of come through into my jungle. I'm not sure. My jungle is going to be quite small because, as you can see, resident services takes up most of this, and this is supposed to be a jungle area. Look at my growth. Wow. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. But for now, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pick up this campsite and I'm going to probably move it. You know what? Let me look and see also what's going on with my nooks. Nooks. Oh, Nooks is going in the city. Oh, okay. Let me see if it will fit over here by the city. No, it won't fit up here. There's not enough space, sadly enough. So What I can do is possibly just plop it up in there where it's gonna go and then move this campsite down onto the beach for now. Just to get it out of the way. But you know what, let me just start terraforming and see what happens here. I'm wasting so much time doing this. Okay. All right, so I think we're going to, you know, probably have to take this tree out. Let me just eat a peach. And then I will dig that out and just kind of keep it in my pocket because I'll probably put it back. I just don't know where I'm going to put it yet. So we'll take this, whoops, if I can actually hit where it's supposed to go. All right, we'll take this out. Yeah, so we'll start our little river like in the corner. And I'm just going to kind of, you know, put a few little things here and there just to kind of get it moving along where we want it to go. It's going to be very straight at first, and then I will definitely, you know, make it a little more wiggly once we get down here a little bit further. But for now, we just have to kind of figure out which way we want it to go. I'm not going to be able to get it to go between these too well, or it's going to be really tiny. Ooh, maybe I can go around the other way and keep the campsite here. Let me try it and see if it bothers me. I can take it out, but you know, sometimes I'm cursing this whole situation, but then it ends up looking really cool. So I can't knock it yet. We've got to see. Oh, I wasn't sure how far out this would let me dig the water, but it actually is going out here pretty far, so that's nice. Alright, we're probably going to end it like over here, and I'll just kind of put like a tiny little pond or something where it's ended up out in front of this campsite, because it's not going to let me get too close to it. Yeah, I think here's it. So let me do that. Let me see how close we can get to it. Oh, we can get pretty close. That's interesting. How far over here? Yeah, I can't get there. Okay. So I have to, oh, no, I don't. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, there's my limits. So that kind of tells you where you can hit it by the camp. But look at that. I can get really, I didn't realize I could get so like up against it. That's pretty darn close, honestly. Can I round this edge though? Is that gonna, oh, come on, really? Dang it. Yeah, it's not letting me round the edge. Okay, so we'll have to see if I can make that in my mind be okay. Because I really don't like those little hard edges, you know? It's just not my cup of tea, but it's okay. We'll see. Might just have to do it. Whoops. Just to get our little river moving, you know? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna bump that out a little bit. All right, let me finish up this river without making you sit through the grueling process of me deciding this looks like trash and this looks like awesomeness. And then I will be right back. Okay, I got my river in, so this is kind of how it turned out. It just kind of wraps around the back side and comes around the front. I'm not sure how far over I'm going to make it. I'm going to first get some pathing in and stuff like that. So let me do that right now. I think we're going to use that path that I had used back in the Japanese section, this one. I think that works great for like a campsite and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and plop this down wherever I'm allowed. Oh, you can't get that close to it because it assumes you're going to expand it. And so it doesn't let you get within the boundaries of where it would normally grow. So that's why it's yelling at me, because it doesn't like that. All right. Yeah, so let me do this. I'm going to do this joining over to here, and then I'm going to probably put like a big like camping area here with the dirt. Yeah, so let me get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, I put down a bunch of pathing, so I've got this whole thing here. And then the path that goes up, I went ahead and used some of the little rock path that I have. I'm not sure if it'll stay this way, but that's how it is so far. I'm gonna add in some variation now. So on this one, it has a few little spots, like it has a couple of rocks, and then I do have like some of these little sparse areas, you know, you could kind of put around the edge and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few of those in. I'm thinking, you know, definitely they would get kind of spread around the campsite here. So plop a few of these in just to, I don't know, just kind of make it look a little more tied in with the rock stuff. Let's see here. Let's make this one go this way so it kind of looks like it's part of that path. And then let's do a few more of these guys. Let's see, we'll put a few up. Just like around the edges. I would imagine if you're camping here, you probably dig up some of the rocks that get in your way and stuff. So it's not like, you know, it wouldn't be unusual for people to not to have dug some of them out. But hey, you know, this is just the way it is right now. I don't have any sideways rocks. Let me just put one here, I guess, like that. All right, I think that's pretty good. Let me put a couple little dirt splotches just around a couple spots. Let's see. Maybe we can put like a little spot there and possibly, I don't know, somewhere in here. Couple around the edges of the water, you know, just to do that. Let's see on this side. I'm thinking a little bit bigger one over here. Maybe like, you know, people come to the edge and like to hang out and look at the water and stuff. So we'll put like a little knobber there and a little spot at the top just to join that up, make it look like it's meant to be. And then I think I could put like another one over here just to kind of, I don't know, spread the wealth, you know. Let's just do a little one right there where someone might be standing. All right, back here, not so sure. I'm gonna put a lot of trees and things in, which is probably the next thing I need to go do. So let me go grab my trees and we'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm back here at the site. Let me get my shovel out and let's put a few trees around. I'm not sure if I can plant one here. I don't think so. Let me see. No, it's too close to the museum. Again, they always think that maybe I can do it out here. They always think that you're going to, whoops, that's a medium. There's a normal one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That's a good first start. I do have a couple little trees as well with me. So I might put a couple of those out here. Whoops. Oh, I can't do it there. I might have to fix my little path if I want anything down there. How about right here? Oh my gosh, my person just wants to smack the ground. Let's see if that little guy will go in there. Yeah, that'll go. I'm gonna put a little fruit next to it just so it doesn't grow up big, because I don't want it to hide the campsite, you know? Alright, and then next to this guy, I'm gonna put a tree because I kind of want to camouflage the building, you know? And oh, that is not the right tree. I need a full-size tree over here. That was funny though. Okay, perfect. And let's do another tree probably right here. I don't normally like to line them up, but I definitely need something like near that building, you know what I mean? All right, and then we can put maybe another tree here, but I think I'll put a hardwood tree in this section. Definitely need a lot of trees though. You know, when you're camping, you're going to nature to get away from, like, you know, the non-nature. So I feel like you need a lot of trees in your campground. Okay, let me see about putting a tree up here. We could do a hardwood tree there. Boy, I'm gonna need a lot more trees, aren't I? I sure am. This is just one side, and I still need to fill in over here a little bit, like on this edge. Yeah. All right, let me go grab some more. Okay, so let me plant a couple more of these trees and get those out of my pockets. Can I plant one here? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, all right, that's good. Okay. And I want to come around on this side, and I'm going to plant a couple on this edge. Nope, can't plant it there. That's Nintendo's mean. Doesn't like edges. Okay, there's one cedar gonna go in there. I definitely think I need a hardwood back here. Do I have a full-size one though? That's my question. Oh, that's a medium. I kind of ran out of, like, you know, let me see, he's kind of tiny, isn't he? Yeah. That's actually probably okay, because don't they kind of start out smaller on the edge and then get bigger, right? I could let him grow too, but why waste it? I don't know. Let me run. Now that I have more space in my pockets, I can go get some bigger hardwood ones. All right, so I came back with some trees, the rest of my trees. Let me just get those planted. I feel like it needs to look kind of lush, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be lacking in that area. So let me put a big hardwood here. I'm going to put another pine tree here, kind of on the line here, or cedar. Oh, that's a baby guy. Let me see. This one? Yeah. This one. Okay. And then I think we can squeeze one in over here. And we'll do another cedar, because cedars are kind of campy for me, you know? I feel like that kind of represents. Yeah, I'm thinking I want maybe one more smaller one in here. That won't work. Maybe back here. And I can put this littler cedar tree. Yeah. And then I just need to plant something behind it to stunt that. Got a peach. There we go. All right, and then I am going to go ahead and plant one more tree on the line here, which the line itself is actually part of this one, technically. Alright, I think that looks good as far as the trees go. We'll have to plant some more things in there, you know, as we go along. Just trying to think over here. Does it look like it needs anything else? I don't think I can plant here. Let me see. No, it's too close to the museum. Okay, you know what I can do is this. Plant it in this corner here. There we go. Yeah, since they're... Yeah, I don't love that they're right next to each other, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Okay, oh, look at Patty. She's just enjoying her little time against the trees over here. They're kind of cute when they get going. Okay, let's get our little campsites going here. So over on this section, I thought, you know, I think I'm going to have a bunch of littler campsites in the back here, kind of interdispersed into these tree areas. So it's kind of like people just kind of plop down where they wanted to. I'm hoping that the little tents fit in here, because I want them kind of hidden. Let me put down some pathing too, because I want to put down like a little, almost like they put down a little blanket underneath their tent, you know. So let me do that. Let's see, display on the ground. I should have been pointing the other direction, honestly. Okay. And I think the tent should cover the majority of this, but let me go ahead and do the end of it just so it doesn't look too weird in case some edges are sticking out, you know? There we go. All right, and then hopefully my tent. Let's pray to the Nintendo gods. All right, it went in. That's good. Just gonna bump that back a notch or two. Yeah, so that, yeah, when you're walking around, oh my gosh, and then you can't get through. But when you're walking around, you see the tent there, you know. Okay, and then over here, I was thinking kind of need, yeah, I kind of need to fix this so you can walk. That would be one good thing, to be honest here. I hate it when you can't get around a tree, you know? It annoys me. So I'm gonna fix this. And then I think we'll probably need a little pathing over here just to, I can't put water here. Dude, I'm not trying to put water. I'm trying to not put water there, honestly. All right, let's do this. Perfect, and then I'm going to do one more and then kind of round this little edge. And then I want to come in here and kind of fix this little notched out region that looks weird. That made it look just as weird. Let's do this and notch that out. Perfect. Okay. There. Now we have a little place. So I can put a little path going up this direction. And that will just kind of even that out. And then I was thinking, as far as the other tent goes, I'll maybe just stick it in this little niche here. That way you can just kind of walk in front of it. Yet again, another spot that's going to be annoying. There we go. And then let me just even this out. Whoops. You guys are going to be so sick of my annoyances with this. I can't help it. I can't help it. It has to be kind of, I don't know. Ease of use is sort of a big deal. I've had a couple islands. Oh shoot, what am I doing? I had a couple islands like that. Fairy Core Island was so hard to get around. And honestly, at the end, I was like, oh my gosh, I do not like how this is. So it wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but all right, I know the tent will go here, but the problem is I think it's going to be like so far onto this blanket that you're not going to see it, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. I can put a little sleeping bag next to it. Yeah, I've got this other little kid's tent right there. Wait, no room. Yes, there is. There is. Nintendo. Oh, yeah. See, I told you, Nintendo. Liars. Okay, but I don't like that I can't push it back. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move this entire tree because I don't like it. So let me get my little shovel and we're just gonna move it like more to where I'm standing instead of right behind that tent. Oh my gosh, she shook the tree. What if there was a wasp in there? Literally my shovel was not in my hand. Didn't I pick it out of there? Oh my goodness. All right, girlfriend. Now let's make this into green because I want the tree not to be surrounded by dirt, at least not in this spot. And then we'll go ahead and plant the tree right on the line, kind of where it was, but just over a notch here, so that'll be fine. Perfect. All right, yeah, okay. Now that means I could push this back one more, which is good, just to kind of, you know, give it a little more area here. And then I'm going to go ahead and plop in this futon that I have. Where are you, futon? I love the little futon. I feel like it looks like a little sleeping bag. Okay, and then over here I'm going to go ahead and put out the, it's just a regular sleeping bag. Oh, I'm not going to be able to put it there. Can I put it, hang on, let me see where I can put it. I guess I could put it like right in front of the tent. Alright, perfect. Okay. And then on the other side here, let's see, so this will be a little path. We've got to make a little winding dirt path, I'd say, like from over here. Oh, Patty, what are you doing? There, it's a no. Oh, I don't want that either, girlfriend, but I'm glad you're not trying to move. She's my villager that I'm putting in the farm, so she has to stay here. She's not my favorite, but she's who I picked. Oh, look at little Wart. He's in the campground. He's hanging out. All right, over here I have a couple of outdoor tables. I'm gonna plop those down here. When we go camping, we use these kinds of tables like to put all of our food and things on, and you know, kind of make like a little outdoor kitchen area, I would say. So I'm just kind of making it how I would make it in our own little campground. Okay. That's not quite where I wanted this little thing. It wasn't the right thing when I picked it out. Okay, outdoor folding chair. And let's put another one on this side. Perfect. So far, I think everything I'm using are purchased and not DIY, but just to remind you, I can't use any DIY items out here, which was sad because I had a couple little things in my pocket and then I realized, oh, nope, can't use that. Okay, let me put the other table I have over here. And then I have a little bench I'm going to put down below it. And that is going to be where everyone can sit. Where are you, bench? There. Hopefully it goes in right. Yeah. I need another one of those. It'd probably be good to do that. To get one of those. Okay. And then I do have... It's looking a little weird right now, but it will look better. I do have these little lantern lights, or the little garden lanterns. I thought I would put a couple like on the outskirts out here, just because I know when I've been camping before, they've had like your area kind of with some little ground lights, you know. So I thought those would be good. Can I still go by? Oh, oof, no. Oof. We're gonna go this way one. All right, ease of use. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully they're on. Are they on? I can't tell. I have zero idea if any of those are on or not. Okay, do I have anything small in my pockets? Oh yeah. So I got this little cooler box, and then, is it open? Oh no, you can get dressed in it though, right? Or something. All right. That's the thing I got that I can't use. It's actually a DIY, which is kind of a bummer. All right, let's put the bottle crate over here. This will be another seat for people. Since I'm probably not gonna go get another one of those and am a slacker. And then on this side, I'm thinking we can put the little camp cooking area. Maybe let's put him over here, next to the outdoor thing. And oh, where are you? Outdoor kitchen. Yeah. Outdoor kitchen's cute. Okay. I can't even put a carp on a cutting board over here because sadly it is actually also a DIY. All right, campfire cookware. Let's get this guy out. This is purchased, actually. It's one of the only like fires that they have that you can buy rather than make. So that's good. Okay, and then I have this fire pit. I thought I could possibly put over with one of those little tents, because I thought they're gonna need their own little like central area too. So maybe I'll just stick it like right by this, like they're camping in between it, you know, like right there. Yeah. Can you go buy it? Squeezily you can go buy it. That one didn't bother me as much though, so we can leave that there, I'd say. And then I think I'm going to put this little barbecue over here. This is just one of those mini ones. Because you know when you go camping, like usually your site has its own little barbecue area, its own little fire pit, like, you know what I mean? So these are kind of all different little sites. And then I have a utility wagon. I'm gonna put the utility wagon maybe over here by the tree. What color is this one? Yeah, it's cute. That's the little tan one. All right, because you know when you unpack, you got to have all your stuff out here. All right, and then I have these decorative bottles I thought I could put out here. And then we have, let's see. Oh, definitely need a little garbage can. Maybe we can stick him like right here. There we go. Let's turn that like that way. All right, and then I'm thinking we probably need another utility wagon, and maybe I can get it like, I don't know if I should give it to these people, these little peoples over here, like it's their utility wagon that they unpacked or something. I could do that. I could put it like over here. It's just sitting here. There's my puppy. I always have to do that when I'm in the middle of filming, you know what I mean? Like, let's be as loud as we can. Okay, well, I've got most of the things. I'm gonna go ahead and put this little fishing stand over here by the water. I do not, I can't put a fishing rod like a normal one out because sadly enough, it's a DIY, right? So didn't think that one through. So this is the closest thing I can get to for fishing stand or whatever. So I'm going to plop that back there. And then I'm also going to put this little fishing cooler back here. It's kind of obnoxiously large. But I thought, you know, I'll just stick it behind the campsite. When it's full, you won't really see it. But when it's empty, well, there's something back there, you know, and that's kind of where they keep their fish and stuff. And then I thought it would be cute to have like a little, like, sort of picnic area, maybe like right here, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and put a blanket down. I'm hoping, oh, you know what? It's not going to mix with this pattern. Doggone it. It's not going to do it. I'm going to have to maybe make it out here or something. Yeah. You know what? I can do it over here. I'm just going to have to use the blanket pattern instead of the one that has the fringe. Okay, so let me do that. So we'll go ahead and go in here, and I bought this little pattern. I thought it was just kind of basic and cute. And so we're gonna just put this here to make it look like there's a little blanket laying on the ground. Patty, honey, you're, oh my gosh. I thought she was past enough. All right, go, move on, sister, move on. Scooch. Wow, that was going on. On and on and on. Okay. Yeah, that was quite a handful of words, Patty. Okay. I think here is where I could potentially just put some of that other blanket down where it kind of looks like we have layers. And so I'm just going to put it right to the edge of this blanket and just kind of coming out the bottom. So it kind of looks like I've got two, you know. I can't put the other edge up here because, well, same problem we had earlier. It's gonna, these little tassels will leave green underneath, so bummer. Okay. And then I do have a little cushion that I'm gonna put down. And I thought, you know, oh, the cushion matches. Oh no, I thought I'm being so smart putting this blanket down. I forgot I got it for this cushion. You know what? Let me see what I have to customize the cushion with. All right, so I got my little cushion customized to be just a little more different. So when we set it down, it can look, you know, like it stands out a little bit. And then I have this little portable radio. What do I have? Painting set. I think I was going to put a painting set down here. Figuring on, you know, if your kids are there at the campsite or something and they're trying to do some art. And then I'm going to put down a little bit of, I'm going to put down this little hat. I always think this is so cute, like, whoops, when you put it down here and it looks like someone just left their little hat sitting there, you know. And then I'm going to put down, I don't think I need anything else. I think we're cool. All right, and then the portable radio, I thought I could stick that, oh, they're having a very intense little conversation over here. Are we having a little romantic moment, guys? A little something I'm interrupting? What? What? Maybe, oh yeah, and then I have this little, oh, they're not happy. Well, that was not romantic at all. Oh no. Let me put that back up here. This is my doll one. Oh, I hate when my villagers are sad. And then who am I gonna rescue first? Like if I rescue her or him? Let's check on Wart Jr. He's grumpy. Well, Patty's fine now. Oh, yeah, he just oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. All right, you're good to go, buddy. Okay, now let's get some other things around this campsite. So I want to plant some plants. So all I have is red hibiscus starts. So we're going to put a few of those around the campsite to give it some lushness. So I will just kind of just be planting those around. We'll plant one here. I'm also going to plant some of this glowing moss because sadly enough, it bled over from the scientific area over there. And so unfortunately, if you come over here and camp, I'm not sure it's the best conditions, but that's okay. You know, let me plant some weeds, and because I think those would be nice to have around. What in this Lord's earth is happening here? Miss Patty, she's doing some weirdness. She was just like running out of nowhere and doing some weird stuff. Okay, let me put a bush here. I'm going to put another bush behind this garbage can. We're going to put a little bit of weeds back here. And also a little bit of glowing moss. And let's put a bush back here. Let's see, let's get a bush in over here. And then I also want to plant some glowing moss in there. And then a few weeds. I didn't have a plan to like put any certain flowers in here. I thought it actually might look a little nicer and more natural to keep the flowers off this acre. So that's why I don't really have any of those. My path can still go there. Perfect. All right, we've got a few more little areas that just look a little empty. I've got to go ahead and put that pathing back in here. Oh my gosh, that's another spot. All right, here she comes, Miss Obsessive over here, Joe. Okay, Miss Obsessive Joe. Dude, I'm not trying to put water. I'm trying to get the water away from the area. They're so, like, concerned about the water being close to trees and stuff. I don't understand that, by the way. Water runs near trees all the time in nature. So I don't understand why it can't run through this area as well. Okay. Off the soapbox. All right. Let's do this guy. We're gonna start our path, and I think we're just gonna put it down here and kind of head on up. This is a little turn spot that won't let me put a path, so we're just gonna put a little round spot here so that it just kind of, you know, says, hey, here's a path, but then here's where we'll really start it again. So let's get the one that goes down right here. All right, and then basically you just kind of, if you want to make a skinny winding path, you have to incorporate it with this one. And so you're gonna turn this way, and then you're just gonna turn the actual opposite direction. And then you're gonna do that again, and you're gonna keep doing that until you get to a point where you don't have a spot to be able to move forward anymore or whatever. Then you need like the skinny row. So we'll put that one down. Okay, now here's where I would probably put a skinny one on, and then that way, you know, it shows that the path's going this direction. And then I'm gonna turn it before you get to that little sleeping bag. And we're gonna go to the left so that it can continue down this little pathway. And then I do have a sideways skinny one, so I just do this one. And then because I'm getting to the edge right here, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to put one until I get up in this area. Actually I might be able to. I gotta move this though. Let me see, but I do have to turn it. So we're gonna turn it like going towards the tents. And so that's gonna be this one. And if you guys don't want to watch this, of course, just fast forward. But there have been some people asking like, hey, how did you make that little skinny windy path? And so I just thought I would show how I do it here so that you can duplicate it, because, you know, it's really easy if you just think of it as, you know, each little turn is going to get you going, is going to blend together and get it going in a certain direction. You know what I mean? So if you can kind of envision that, I don't know. Okay, now here's too skinny for like the fat path, so we're just going to keep going. And as much as I don't like having like that many in a row like that, we're definitely going to do that up here. Okay, and then, but I try not to do too many of the same thing in a row, because that's what makes things look a little odd, you know? Unnatural for sure. Okay, not that any of this is natural. I mean, we're literally Animal Crossing. So, okay, this part here, I think because of the glowing moss and stuff, I'm not going to be able to finish this up. So what I'm going to do is just end that right there. And then in this little area, I'm literally just going to, first of all, I need to put grass on the edge. And we'll just put grass there, because this is where my path is going to end up. It's basically like over here. So we're going to start here again with the one that goes this direction. And so we're going to do that. And then we're just going to turn it again to the right. So we're going to go this one. And then I need need to turn it left again to kind of straighten it out. So this one here. And then now we're up here into the other land. You know what I mean? So actually, I think I should have done a straight one here because I need to stay in my zone. So as little as I like to stay this, have this here, it's where it's gonna end up. Now I'm gonna put an end cap on it, but later on, if I want to extend it, I can. However, above this is my city core that's gonna be next time. And I don't think city core is conducive to the dirt. So, at least, well, of course there's dirt, but you know what I mean. All right, let me fix some of this lineage up here and I'll be right back. And right now I'm just kind of sprinkling around some of these little, you know, weeds and things. Okay, really, Melba, really? What's your problem? Oh, fishing waders, great. I'm super excited about that, Melba. Oh, not so much. That's okay though, she tried. Okay, here's another spot where I think I'm gonna fix the pathing. So, oh my gosh, maybe if I could function my fingers here. Okay, so this is where I will just I'll start my path like right here, and then I will just turn it once and then end it, and that's just a tiny little path. You know what I mean? So, oh, I gotta move that though. Okay. And then it'll end up like right here. So it just looks like the path is part of this area, you know? And people have walked over here a lot because that's really just the whole point of it. It's not necessarily a standard path. It's just somewhere where people have walked a lot, and so they've made the grass disappear basically. And plus, you know, pine needles and so forth, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I think the campsite looks good. It's very natural and not too cluttery, but also has enough things to kind of, you know, demonstrate that this is actually a little campsite. So yeah, I think it turned out good and cute, and it resembles where I've been camping before for sure. So look at Pico was already enjoying my little river and getting a fish over here, and Melba's hanging out. Boy, all the villagers just magnetized to where you are. This is my little back path that goes to these other little campsites in the back, and a path that leads on to our city area here. And then if you just come across here, we've got this little path and rock area back here. And of course, there's Patty. We're going to keep our museum the way it is. I'm going to plant another one of these here. And yeah, I think it's cute. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little build. It was definitely a little more sparse than usual because I couldn't use any DIYs and stuff, but that's okay. It still was fun. I enjoyed it. I think it turned out pretty good. If you guys have any questions or issues, anything, let me know below. Also, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like and subscribe, I really appreciate it when you do that. It helps the channel and helps us grow, which, by the way, we're growing by leaps and bounds, and I just want to thank you guys. I have to look and see when this is coming out. Hold on just a second. Yeah, guys, so just looking at the schedule and everything, next time is going to be City Core. And so that should come out on the 7th of April. And then I only have 7 more builds after that. So 8 more builds if you include City Core to go. So that's awesome. We're getting there. I've done the majority of these at this point, so that's pretty cool. Also, I started streaming on the 22nd, which as of today, I haven't had my first stream yet. That's how far ahead I am in recording these videos. It's March 18th in IRL days. My first stream is coming up this Saturday, and I'm really hoping everything goes well and that I've done everything right on my end to make it look good on screen for you guys, and also you can hear me and all that kind of stuff. I am completely lame when it comes to these sorts of things. I've never done that before in my life. So yeah, just send out good feelings and vibes. I'm hoping for the future that you've already sent them, because I've probably made some posts about it and stuff. But yeah, I really was excited to just be able to chat live with you guys, because it's really different when you're commenting on videos and I'm going back and I know you're there, but it's just kind of like having you actually there is kind of cool, and to say hello and maybe just have a little fun and enjoy each other and stuff. So if you are partaking in that, I really do appreciate you and thank you, and hope that I wasn't too stupid. And then if streams are not your thing, I totally get it. I mean, if you're not actually there when it's going on, watching it after the fact can be a little bit, off-putting, just because you're not really part of the conversation and stuff. So I totally get that, and I don't blame you. But my videos will still be coming out as per usual. I don't plan on stopping my videos or anything, but I do have an island that I'm going to work on stream. I will have discussed that, my first day and moving forward. So if you want to join me for that, that's where you'll find that island, is on the stream, and then the stream should go over and make itself into a video afterwards, hopefully. So anyways, again, I just really appreciate you guys. I appreciate this community. I really am happy to be making some friends here, and I hope that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Get yourselves hydrated. Go get yourself some lunch or dinner, breakfast, whatever time it is where you are. Give someone a hug. Everyone needs that. There's a study that says you need at least 11 hugs a day as a human being, and I don't think everyone gets that at all. So go out and love your people. Smile at someone. Just do something to make someone feel good, because there's so many people out there with mental health issues or things going on in their life that we don't even know is going on, and we need to all support each other, because life is lifing, and human beings can be pretty rough. So we need to help each other where we can. Anyways, this community is the best for that. I really appreciate you. Thank you for sticking through that, and I will see you on the next one. All right, you guys. Bye.